Morning YouTube, my name is Paul Haney and this is the Woods Walker School Self-Reliance channel. It's been 5 days since I put those bees in this hive back here. So I wanted to go back into the hive and take a look and make sure that they got the queen out of the little queen box and make sure both hives are doing real well. The hive that I actually filmed putting in has been extremely active. The one that I put in earlier that I didn't film, it's been active but not as much. In the last few days, as everybody knows, we've had some pretty bad weather, and they're not as active whenever it's raining and cloudy and stuff outside. Today's the first really nice day we've had in a few days, and I don't know if you can see it on camera or not, but they're really active. I mean, they're stirred up and they're working pretty good, which makes me happy. So I know they're still there. They hadn't taken off. That's the good thing. I was afraid I'd open up that package of bees and I'd see $200 worth of bees just flying off into the woods, but that didn't happen, so that's a good thing. So I'm going to take and open them up. I'm going to get the camera a little closer and put my hood on, and we'll take a look in them and see what's going on, all right? Alright guys, so this is the first hive that I introduced. So I'm going to open it up first and look into it and see how they're doing. Like I say, I introduced them a week ago, so kind of interested to see how it's going to be. So I gotta get this rock off the top. All this rock is on here for to keep the wind from blowing the top off. I want to kind of shake these bees down a little bit. And you can see they started building the comb above where the queen was at. I hope that they have got her out of the box, but I don't know. So we're just going to rake them back a little bit and see. And she's no longer in this box, so that's good. You can see they ate the sugar all the way out of that side, and they released the queen. So we'll set this here to the side. I want to make sure that they got all the sugar out of this can so I can remove this can. And this can's empty. I'm just going to take and lightly rake these bees off of here. Okay, so that can's fairly well empty. If there's any left in this can, what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and open it up, punch a hole in it, and I'll add it to their sugar water that they have down here already. I'll take these sticks out that I had the can sitting on. Now, Miss Taylor, Kathy Taylor at KT's Orchard and Apiary over in Canton, she gave me some pollen. It's a bag of powdered pollen. She said I needed to sprinkle about a tablespoon on each frame. And this pollen will allow the bees. Right now, we're not in a dearth, but there's not a whole lot that's bloomed out yet. My pear trees bloomed out. We got some dandelions bloomed out. The apple trees and everything are beginning to bloom out. but there's not a whole lot of pollen around, so we're just going to supplement their pollen with some powdered pollen from the bag here. She said just to kind of sprinkle this in the hive over top of the frames, the brood frames. So that's what we're doing. All right. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to remove this cone from the top of here, from the top of this hive board. Because if I don't, it's not going to sit, because I got to take this super off, and I've got to take this spacer off, and this hive board will not sit down in there where it needs to sit at. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to trim this off. Trying to be careful and not hurt any bees. Man, they've worked a lot. They've done a lot of work here. I can't wait to look in this other hive to see what this other one's produced, because this is pretty amazing. Okay, so we'll set this to the side. And I'm going to take this super off. And I just want to shake these bees or brush them down in here. I don't have a hive brush. I wish I did. So I'm just going to use my hand, kind of brush them down in there. There's just a few still flying around there. So I'm going to take and set this super. Just going to set it down here. I'll let the bees work themselves up off there. Now I got to get the spacer out of here. And we'll just kind of knock the bees off of there as gently as I can. And this is where a good hive brush would come in handy. Just kind of brush these off of here. Okay? Let me see if I can take and shake them off of this top board. See another piece of comb here that they've built that I didn't get off. So you get that off there. Now, just kind of move your bees in, out of the way. I don't want to squash any of them if I can possibly help it. There's so many. Make sure my board's square. Now I want to put my top back on. Top back on the hive. And we'll leave them alone for a while. I'm going to take and let this hive settle. I'll come back and do the other one. We'll see how it turns out, guys. Put a rock back on top of here. I better not forget that. Alright guys, so that's about all I can do to this one for right now. So I'm going to leave this honeycomb out here and let the bees get back into their hive where they're supposed to be, and let them settle down, and we'll come back and do the other one.